Hello, how are you? Here we're back with another video. Are you growing your company but feeling stuck every time that you have to make a new decision? When you're growing your company, you have to decide different things. You have to have a strategy to grow. You have to have more people. You have to teach these people. You have many decisions to make. And sometimes there's something that takes you back or keeps you from making this decision, or you think you're procrastinating. I've been working with entrepreneurs for more than 20 years, and I always get asked, what is the best path? How do I know to make the right decision? What do I choose? Is there a matrix? Is there something? The truth behind this is they want certainty, and maybe you want it too. After all this time, this is what I've learned. There is no matrix, there is no process, there is no decision making that will give you that certainty. And learning how to make decisions without the full picture is one of the most important skills that a CEO must have. And this basic human need of certainty starts to become a problem. Moving forward, even with uncertainty, is one of the biggest habits that I want you to have and that I would ask you to copy from the best CEOs out there. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not asking you to stop looking for information before you make decisions. Of course, you should look for information on business trends, sales, market opportunities, competitors, customers, and everything that can help you make a better decision. What I'm saying is that if you have limited access to information, you ought to choose one option and then assume the risks. And any decision that you make can always be improved. The problem is that the need for more information is not really about the information. It is about not wanting to make a mistake. It's okay, it's normal, it's human to not want to make mistakes. But when you want 100% certainty, and if we go deeper to this need, we can find that the truth is that we are afraid of failure. So this translates to fear of failure. Fear of failure challenges your ability to succeed. I can say in my experience, the fear of failure is exactly the worst enemy of success, because you keep procrastinating because you don't know which is the perfect time. You are waiting to feel ready. You're waiting until all the conditions of the market are great. All the conditions of the market are perfect. And to be honest, that is never going to happen, and you're never going to feel ready. And I'm sure I'm not the only person that says this. I lived in my own flesh the needing of feeling ready to go out there and do whatever I have to do to grow. Does this make sense to you? Have you ever felt like you've been procrastinating because you don't have the whole picture, because you need the next certification, because you need the next study, because you need the next research? Tell me in the comments if you have ever been a victim of this cycle. In my case, I remember procrastinating because I needed more knowledge. I needed to buy the next course, the next certification, the next project management certification, the next coaching program. I needed to improve myself, have more self-love, have more of everything before I launched my online business. Always something so I could have the perfect product to launch. And just like that, 7 years passed. Can you believe that? 7 years procrastinating to share with the world what I am passionate about, what I love doing, and what I'm good at. So here's the shift that you and I are going to have if we want to become better business leaders. You know, successful leaders aren't reckless, and they aren't not afraid either. They also have fears, but they are balanced, they calibrated. They've just learned to see which path or what decision needs careful analysis and which ones can be made fast. And they don't hesitate on any of them. And they know that whatever they choose, they are ready. They can confront the results. They are so confident in themselves, not in the results, not in the right decision. They're not confident in, I'm choosing this because it's the best. They're confident that whatever happens, they are going to be able they're going to be able to manage it. So they have self-trust. Maybe you're going to start to hear this from me, because to become a better entrepreneur, a better leader, you need to have confidence. You have to improve that part of yourself. So how do we improve this decision making beyond having self-confidence, beyond trusting ourselves, trusting our gut. I got inspired by Jeff Bezos. He has a two-door, one-door mental decision-making model. There are two types of decisions. The first one is the one-way door. These are the reversible decisions. The ones that you know, once you make them, once you cross that door, there is no coming back to the past, or there's no coming back from there. These are the decisions that you may be cautious about, the ones that you should take slowly. An example could be selling a company, launching $100,000 new product. The second type of decisions are more common, and Jeff Bezos called them the two-way door decisions. These are decisions that can be easily changed or walked back if the initial outcome is unsatisfactory. And these decisions should be made differently. You can take them quickly by you, by your team, your managers, and there's no need to go too slow. I don't mean don't analyze, but they're easier to make. For example, you can test a new product, you can test a new market, you can test a new website layout, you can adjust a product pricing slightly, or you can run an internal pilot program. The situation here is that many entrepreneurs tend to treat every decision as a one-way door decision. Tell me if you have done this. Tell me if you make every choice like there's no coming back from it. Normally we do. For the two-way door decisions, it's easier and simpler because you know you can reverse it and change it. And you can test the outcome as you go. The good news is that you rarely have to make type 1 decisions. Maybe you feel that is not true. And that's when you have to start analyzing yourself. Am I the type of person that overthinks? And this is where I want to challenge yourself. If you think something is irreversible, ask yourself, is it really irreversible, or is there a way to make it reversible? For example, you think that launching a new product, it's irreversible because you need $100,000 loan or investment to be able to do it. But how about we try to see and focus on the second door? Or for example, you realize that right now your sales have dropped down so much that you can no longer maintain the location where you are and you need to change. And that would feel like it's a no way back kind of decision because you need to choose the perfect new location. How about you test new locations? There's ways. How about you find some pop-up store where you want to try? How about you try go online first? There could be an open door that you haven't seen. Now I want you to do something. Think of the scariest choice or decision that you have to make now. And you think that if you choose A or B, there's no coming back from that. And now think again. Is there a second door hidden somewhere over there? So how do we turn these scary decisions into two-way doors? Find a two-way angle and you'll never be stuck again. But in practice, it's not that simple because our nature calls for certainty. And that means that we need to regulate our nervous system. You will hear that often here because a leader, an entrepreneur needs to learn how to regulate your nervous system because you have to navigate uncertainty. You need to do all of these things that will keep you going out of your comfort zone. And that is a good thing. I celebrate entrepreneurs because you are so courageous. You might not think so, but you are. So it would be like this. When you find yourself that you need to choose A or B and you don't know what to do, you ask yourself, is there a two-way door angle for this decision? If you still don't see it, you can ask yourself, what if there was a two-way door for this decision? What would it be? I sprinkled a little bit of neuroscience there with the questioning, because once you question something, you question a belief, you destroy it, okay? So that is what we are trying to do. We're trying to dismantle this belief that there's no coming back from your decisions. And this is bigger than just making faster decisions. Navigating uncertainty is one of the biggest habits or biggest skill a leader can have. And yes, you're a leader. If you started a business and it's growing, you already have a team, you are a leader, even if you don't recognize yourself as one. So instead of allowing yourself to go deeper and overthink, is this too risky? Am I prepared? Am I able? Am I capable? You start asking, Is it really a risk? Is it really reversible? What is the truth? Is this the truth or is just what my mind is telling me? This goes beyond business. This is about being capable to maintain the vision, and it's about having faith. So here's your challenge for this week. If you've been sitting on a big decision or in something that you've been procrastinating, find its second door. And once you find it, act on it before next week. Tell me in the comments what decision you're finally moving on. If this is hitting home for you, it's probably because you have so many things to do, so many tasks that you don't have time to make decisions, and you probably procrastinate because you're focusing on the operational tasks. And if you want to organize yourself and stop being an employee and having more a CEO kind of mindset for your business, you can see this video where I simplify how you can start to have a 360 degrees view. In case you don't know me, I'm Ana Penados, and I help you plan, track, and follow through your business goals with a simple framework that takes away the overwhelm. I invite you to stop treating all your choices like there was a wall. Use your vision to move forward, to have progress. Step into the leader that you already are. See you in the next video. Please subscribe and follow me for more.